Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave update for ApeCoin. I've gotten a couple of requests for this. Just wanted to show you. So we've had several of my setups that have started to break out and then rejected pretty quickly and are now recovering. Now I want to show you what I look for when I don't have a high probability Elliott Wave count. It doesn't mean I give up on the trade. I just have to reanalyze and look at the evidence available. Now this could be a 1-2-1-2, which is my bias just because of the broader market. And I will get more confident as the waves fill out if they fill out to my expectations. Now positives about this setup is we broke this previous high I've labeled as a 1. We then rejected and found support at the previous high using these previous resistances as support. So those are positive signs. Other things we can look at is our divergence on the RSI. You can see we're getting higher highs and we're getting hidden bullish divergence on our RSI, which is a positive sign. Obviously that can reset if we make a new low, but I just want to show you the evidence is there. Volume is picking up as well, as you can see, which is a good bullish sign. So what I don't like is we came to the 1-to-1, and as you know, if this is a correction, this would have to be relabeled as a 3-wave as well as this one, because we can't get diagonals back to back. So it would have to be labeled as like a WXY, very complex correction, and that is if we break previous market structure. I don't want to break this previous low, but absolutely I'd be giving up if we break the highs with any significance. We want to trend and correct above the previous high. As soon as we have market structure breaks, we lose the high. I would switch my probabilities to the downside, but I do not think that is happening, just to be clear. I think this is more likely some sort of diagonal as 3-wave moves. 3 in here somewhere, and we had a flat and a 3 here. But again, there's no high probability Elliott wave count here. We just pulled from our fibs and we have a 1-to-1. This does look like a diagonal pretty significantly, so I would argue this is more likely a 1-2-1-2, which if that is the case, big if, I'm not trying to predict the future, we would expect in that scenario where we are bullish to get extensions because we passed the 1-to-1. Usually I look around the 618 before the 1-to-1 for our second 1-2. So it would be a very bullish sign if this ends up playing out. So what I'm expecting here, let me get rid of these. Oop. Again, this is double top, so it's a very difficult count, right? I'd say that's most likely the top over here. We have a 3-wave move to the downside. And if this is a 1 and a 2, I am anticipating, like I've mentioned before, a running flat. That is my anticipation in a bullish market in crypto. So if we have 3 waves down, expecting 3 waves to the upside, even as high as 207, 284, and then a move down that matches this wave between a 618 and a 1-to-1 extension whenever the pivot's in. And we'll have to pull those once we get that, but it looks like we need a little more time to correct. And that is only going on off the basis that this is some sort of diagonal and not another nested 1-2s, which is also possible. I just think we get this personally. I think we need a little more time here. That's just, call it experience, whatever you want. But I think we drag out a little bit and we correct here sideways as a running flat. Now, if we break any of these significant levels at this previous high, I would be very concerned that this is more of a correction. But upside is still intact, still looks good. I just don't have a high probability Elliott wave count. Now, if we start breaking up past the 1.618 at 307.05, most likely we are full on for that third wave. So just be clear there. And what I would do in that scenario is I'm waiting for this, but if it started breaking above whatever the pivot is back here, I would probably just buy into the breakout and put my stop at whatever the last significant pivot was, just so I only risk 1% of my account. But waiting for this, obviously you want the C wave because you can put the stop at the low of the beginning of the correction there. If this is an ABC, enter here, stop goes here. Much bigger position size, but if it gets away from me, I'm not just going to FOMO buy here. I'm waiting for my time expectations to be met, which is the 618 and the 1-to-1 of this move here, as long as this is a wave 1. Now, if this is like a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, I mean, you're going to go crazy, right? Up to the highs, but I just any more than like 3 1-2s in a row become very, very, very improbable. Doesn't mean it can't happen. It's just what do you want to bet on, right? Probabilities or, you know, the unreasonable expectation. All right, guys, so I hope that was helpful. Everything looks bullish. I'm just waiting for this to complete its correction, and this count will eventually become obvious once we get a wave that shows us where we are on the path. All right, guys, that's it for ApeCoin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.